Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. This week I have a fun video and it's all about thrifting. So I did not plan to go thrifting this week, but I had the chance to spend the day with our girls, and one of the things that we love to do is to go drive and find other thrift stores and just fun stores that we have never visited before and just check it out. And so that's what we did this week, and I did find some new thrift stores. They were so much fun. The thing about these thrift stores is they did not have thrift store prices, but they had a lot of antiques and curated items. And most of the time I don't mind spending a little bit more when the item is cleaned and they have it in a collection and it's a nice store that is just well organized. And that's how these thrift stores were. They're a little bit different from some of the thrift stores I visited in the past, but I did take some video footage of our trip. Some of them I didn't film in because some of them were a little bit crowded. And I feel a little strange filming sometimes when there's a lot of people around. I want to respect their privacy. And so I did not video in one of the thrift stores, but most of the time I did in the ones that were not as crowded. So I'm going to share that video footage with you, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what all I found, and I'll show you how I styled it, and maybe you can be inspired by some of the things that I bought and how I styled them. And it should be a fun video. So y'all enjoy. So now I'm going to show you what I ended up picking up. I did not pick up a lot, but I did pick up some things. They had some really good things there. And so the first thing was this little mirror. I just like the patina of it. It does have a hook on the back of it. It was 99 cents. So that was thrift store pricing. But I'm going to use this in a unique way. And I'm going to show y'all how I do it, how I style it. And just because something is meant for one thing does not mean you have to use it that way. So sometimes it's fun to think outside the box with your thrifted decor and use it in a way that's unexpected. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I have a plan for it in the future, but I'm not ready for that makeover yet. And so I'm going to use it in another way until I get ready to use it where it's going to be at for its forever home. So I'm going to share that with you. I also picked up this gold picture frame, and I'm in the process of collecting more frames and just putting family pictures in it. But I love this one, and I'm going to use this in a future makeover also. But for right now, it's going to live somewhere else until I get to that makeover. So I thought it was really pretty with the bows. It reminds me of something that I had when I was a little girl. So I picked that up. Next, I picked up this lamp. It's a brass lamp, and it's got this pleated lampshade, which I am loving right now. And I want to do a video on a DIY pleated lampshade. So if you're interested in that as a video, then leave me a comment below and let me know, and I will work on that because it's something that I really want to learn how to do and make some to put in our home. But I love this with the 3 different lights, and I love the brass. It has this switch, and I think it's just really traditional and pretty, and I think it's very English cottage looking. So I'm going to style this in our room. And then the last thing I got, it was by far my favorite. And I've been looking for something like this, and I wasn't ever able to really find the right thing. But when I saw this, I loved it. And it is this chair. It is a beautiful blue-green teal color. The paint is chipped off of it, and it looks like it was a child's chair at one time, and it looks like it got a lot of use out of it. And I did end up using some sealer on it because the paint was still chipping off of it, and I didn't want that to make a mess everywhere on my floor, and I'm really not sure what the paint has in it. So just remember, if you ever buy anything that the paint is chipping on it and you want to keep that finish, just put some sealer on it. It's best to spray it on, and then that way you don't have to worry about losing more of your finish with a brush. If you just spray it on, it'll keep everything intact. It'll keep that finish that you love so much and keep it safe for your family. So now I'm going to show you how I styled them, and then I'm just going to take the camera around and show you where everything ended up. I did style these things on the weekend, and I didn't video any of it. I just cleaned them up and just started decorating. I didn't stop and get the camera. I'm just going to show you where they ended up, and it should be fun. So now I'm going to show you where all the thrifted finds found a home. These are our built-ins in our main living space. And I have been trying to gather things up and decorate the space. I think that I've pretty much got it how I like it. And through this process, I have learned that I'm not a minimalist. So I like lots of items on my shelves. And I see these pretty pictures of built-ins that have one vase on the entire shelf. And I think that's very pretty. But I'm just not that way. I like lots of things collected on my built-ins. So I will show you where the lamp ended up. So it ended up back here in this little nook. If you watched my last video, you know that this space has already changed since that video. And that's one of the reasons I love to thrift so much, is because I like to change up things, and I can easily change things around on these built-ins and just put them somewhere else in my house. So the lamp ended up here. I love how it just lights up this space. I really needed a lamp on this built-in. And then the picture frame ended up here. I have not gotten a picture for it yet, but I'm going to get that done, and then it's going to be here for the time being. And then I think everything on this space right here has been thrifted. Maybe not this. I think I bought that new, but everything else has been thrifted. So that's where the lamp and the picture frame ended up. I changed this space up here. That's where I put my thrifted bell and that blue and white vase. And then I put a picture of our girls up there. I really like how that turned out. And then the horse. So then this is where that little horse ended up. I just put him on a book, put him by that thrifted plate that I thrifted in last week's video. That fox hutton print was thrifted, and I just propped it up there, and then just put some yearbooks, and then that is a textbook, and then that green one is Anne of Green Gables. Added some beads, and I just love that little vignette. So then this space right here, y'all saw that last week. My chessboard, I love it here. It just adds something special to that spot. And then the picture of my little spaniel. I just love that with the green matting and the black frame. And so now I will show you where the little mirror ended up. So I just put the little mirror right here for the time being. I am going to use this in my daughter's room makeover when I get to that. But I just put it here and put my jar with my measuring spoons on top of it, and then it's just like a little riser. Just adds a little interest to that spot. And then I did thrift this lamp, and that ended up in my kitchen. I love a little lamp in the kitchen and the little glow that it adds to that space. So just a small little petite lamp with this pleated lampshade. And then I just love how that turned out. And then my favorite find from this week's thrift haul was this little chair, and it's a greenish blue. And I just love it in this space. I had gotten a brown chair, but it just blended in with the built-ins and the wall, and so I knew I needed something with color, and I think this is perfect. I just put my July 4th pillow on it just to make it a little more festive, but this chair is going to be so fun to decorate with the seasons. I can just see a little wreath tied on the back of it here for Christmas, and I will probably end up putting an asparagus fern on this chair. I think that that would just be lovely, maybe in an ironstone bowl or something, but I'll let you know when I do that. But it's got so many uses, so I really love that find, and that was probably my favorite one from this whole thrift haul. Well, that about wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this type of content with the thrifting and the styling tips, then be sure to leave us a thumbs up and like and share this video. It helps out our channel so much. As always, thank y'all so much for watching, and your comments and your likes, it means so much to us. And I try to answer every comment that you leave. I really enjoy talking to y'all and getting ideas from y'all. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. We would love for you to join our community, and it's just a lot of fun. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and our blog, Our Contented Home. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.